dotted all my I's.
Friday, May 26th. Eörsi has arrived. Ginsburg shows him the photos he took of Gregory Corso. Later, Ginsburg calls Corso. They talk about their dreams. Walking down Broadway with Eörsi, they bump into one of Ginsburg's students. A T-shirt with Ginsburg's name in Shakespeare's bookstore. The loft that Ginsburg just bought. This knowing age.
That's one. He wants me to come to this bar with a photograph of Kerouac at the same bar.
Yes.
This is the Kettle of Fish, a bar that used to be on McDougal Street.
Right.
And Gregory has been spending afternoons there,
Yes.
reading and writing. And so he wanted me to come and take his picture right next to the photograph of Kerouac. That's it.
He didn't see it yet.
No. I'll call him now. Hi, hello. Well, how are you? So István Eörsi just arrived from Budapest with two friends who have got a video camera following me around. I just saw Peter. Well, you saw it. You heard from him. Yeah. So, would you like me to come over? Why don't we meet you? Okay, or meet you around 6 o'clock tomorrow. Sure. And I have your photographs with me. Oh, the one thing I wanted to do with you is show you the new, I have the keys to the new loft. Yeah, so we just get a cab over here and I'll show you. It's around the corner. And it's got a big silver elevator you can see. You don't have to climb stairs. Mm-hmm. Did I tell you that I talked to Kerouac the other day? You know what he said? I had to go. I was in Halifax, and there were two things I had to do. I was going to go see a High Lama, Peter Orlovsky, and I was very tired. And that night I was due to go to a rock and roll club where all the young Buddhists have their bands. They're the rock and roll band. So I was going to meet the young kids, but before that I was going to meet the old Lama. But I was tired, so I took a nap. I fell asleep. I had an hour to sleep. And then the telephone rang with Kerouac saying, I used to be able to waltz. Yeah. And then in the dream I replied, and I can't dance much either because my heart won't take it. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye. I don't feel like seeing anyone.
I read the diary and was always amazed about your dreams. Were these dreams really so accurate? You remembered, or you had a? No, I sometimes. No,
I got in the habit of doing it for 30, 40 years. That's 1954. I'm still writing down my dreams.
Yes, but
I had a funny dream about Carl Solomon.
Yes, now?
About February or so.
Yes.
I saw him and I said, well, how is it in the afterworld?
Yes.
He said, it's not bad, it's just like the hospital. If you obey the rules, you get along. And I said, well, what are the rules? He said, well, there's two rules. First, remember you're dead.
Yes.
Second, act like you're dead. How do you act like you're dead? But it's very much like Carl. And the other night it was Kerouac, It was about a week and a half ago.
Yes.
And I told you this story.
Yes.
I was telling Gregory about it
Yes.
because he dreams about Kerouac a lot too. He said he had a dream about Jacqueline Onassis with blonde hair, whom he knew, met, and but she's dead. So he wanted to tell her she was dead, and she didn't want to hear about it.
So I had sometimes the impression that you had this dream, and in the work of writing down, you were working a little on your dream.
Sometimes,
Yes.
because if you wake up in the middle of the night, the dream is still present somewhat, or the impression, and some details you're still half asleep. So when you're writing, it's just like dreaming. The same state, same mood, to fill in a little detail. But mostly the structure is correct. The details are mostly correct, and maybe I'll add this. Like instead of saying an automobile, a Ford, or something like that. But mostly it's a hypnagogic, half-sleep state. Like the Dream of William Carlos Williams, the poem. So the first 6 lines are 100% remembered from the dream. But I was just still in the morning, and so I just continued writing in the same mode, and ended the same feeling. But I had to invent the rest of the speech.
And
And
afterwards,
White Shroud is, I think, almost 100%, well, I'd say about 90% literal.
literally, yes. And afterwards, which is at 10%. Because
While I'm writing, what occurs to me.
yes,
No.
but afterwards, if
No,
you
I don't revise it after.
No, you don't know what was really a dream and what was the 10% you added to
It's the
it.
same thing.
The same thing. I perceive on myself.
While you're writing,
Yes,
I would not add anything
yes,
after I'd written.
Yes.
Wake up later or not
Yes.
2 hours later.
Yes.
I wouldn't add it then.
Yes.
But while I'm first writing,
Yes.
anything that rises is part of the same consciousness.
yes,
The mind that dreams and the mind that writes is not that different. Because while you're writing, things rise that you didn't ask for.
yes, that's true. Yes,
Things, you see things or visualize things, or words will come up from nowhere that you didn't
Surprise.
plan,
yes,
and just as a dream came up that you didn't plan. And if you wake, usually I would write the dream down maybe a few minutes after I wake. Turn on the light, maybe take a pee, and then start writing. So what occurs to me while writing, I trust as I would trust the dream.
Yes.
That's all. I wouldn't limit the writing to only what you can fish up from the dream. For instance, if you see a large street, like in White Shroud,
yes,
there was the impression I had of a large street,
yes,
which was, I thought, up north of Manhattan, Yonkers, East Bronx, somewhere. And I remember it. But then I remembered while I was writing that I used to live in the East Bronx on a hill, that my family lived there. And so while I was writing, I put in East Bronx. I didn't have the word East Bronx in the dream, but while I was writing, I remembered the landscape was actually that same landscape.
yes,
Kerouac used to have a brakeman's lantern by his bed. I have a lamp. Burroughs had just published a book called My Education, which is all his dreams of the last 12 years. Kerouac published Book of Dreams. We all kept track of our dreams. Because once somebody broke in, they only lost the top.
Big changes here.
New
white
Yeah.
walls,
And
it's clean.
Yeah, it's never clean.
But that's little. Now in Berlin,
Eastern Berlin, Eastern Berlin, the developed a fantastic area. The whole
the name of this door, this kind of door.
Hi,
Hi,
how are you doing?
what are you doing here?
I'm taking my cousin around New York. This is Shani. This is Allen Ginsberg.
This is István Eörsi. Hi.
Hi.
My Hungarian translator. What's your name? Shani. So this is John, Jon, Berger, who goes to high school.
Yes.
What, 15?
Yep.
15. But all this term, he came in from out of town to sit in on my graduate class in poetry.
Yes.
So it took them all the way down from outside of town.
Yes. No,
Scarsdale. Chappaqua. On a train. Showed up every Wednesday and was the best student in the class because he had read everything. The others didn't know. So what are you doing down here?
We were shopping and just came in here, but we have a
I
train.
bought him that. Show me. Can you give me that? I'll show him what I bought him. To take back to Hungary. Have you heard that?
I've heard part of it. Yeah.
Music by Philip Glass, an opera. And with my libretto. So we're making a documentary.
Yeah. We have a train to catch. All right. So see you later.
What happened?
Huh? Snowboarding.
Snowboarding?
Snowboarding. All right. Nice meeting you.
Bye-bye. Very nice guy.
And poet? He'll be a poet?
Very smart. He read all Burroughs, all Kerouac, John Wiener's, everything he read. Nobody else in class knew anything. He knew who everybody
How
was.
many people are in your class? How many?
Not
students?
many. It's the graduate class.
Yes.
So it's a seminar. Oh, no. I haven't seen that. It's very funny. I said, but they didn't ask my permission to use my name on a T-shirt there. But I guess I think I better go in and get one.
Did you see my window? Did you like my window?
Yeah, but I didn't know that there was such a T-shirt. I want to collect more. Where can I get it?
Well, you'll have to buy a copy of the book.
Oh no!
I understand there's a special deal today where they might get autographed.
Everybody I'm not sure I signed a contract to say it could be done.
Uh-oh.
So maybe I'll hang. I'll hold up.
So we might be in trouble.
No, they can pay me off. Bye bye.
Please use my science book before you left. That's a friend of mine's pen.
You're going to school?
Yeah.
Where?
NYU.
With the 7th. Okay.
Thanks very much. I
What are you
appreciate it. Finance and information systems.
István, are you large or extra large?
I think there is something.
This is a loft. This is mine.
This yours?
Yes.
You bought it.
I bought it 4 days ago. So this is the first time I've come here alone with the key. Now I'll find the lights.
You will come, yeah?
Yeah.
But you remain in the district.
Yeah.
Didn't move.
Now I
more elegant.
Now I have a elevator, so I don't have to climb this too.
All the books and
So this is from selling my archives. I sold my archives for a lot of money.
all your archives.
Yeah. Went to Stanford University for $1 million. Then the federal government took 38%. Then the state government took 10%. Then the city government took 6%. Then 10% went to Bill Morgan, the archivist, who had cataloged everything, so everything is retrievable. And then 5% to the agent.
Yes.
So just enough to buy this and fix it up. Maybe a third left. Only 1/3.
Yes.
But immediately, the right wing, the neoconservatives, began attacking Stanford University Library for giving me all this money because I was a self-confessed pederast, pedophile, and a member of NAMBLA, the National Band Boy Love Association, which is an association of people who want to discuss what are the age of consent, whether it should be 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's not a sex club, it's a discussion club about the laws.
Yes.
But the right wing is saying this is a self-confessed
Yes.
child molester.
Well, moving.
These knowing age. These knowing age fart. These knowing age remind themselves of their grandmothers. These knowing age take water pills. Water pills?
Yeah.
You know, for too much salt. Like my mother takes Lasix, a water pill and so on.
Yes.
High blood pressure, watch their sugar and salt. These knowing age eat less meat. Some stopped smoking a decade ago. Some quit coffee. Some drink it strong. These knowing age saw best friends' funerals, telephone daughters and granddaughters. Some drive, some don't. Some cook, some do not. That's a quote from Pound. These knowing age often keep quiet.
Yeah,
It's
beautiful.
just very simple.
But what did you say about Pound?
Oh, this is the quote. Some cook, some do not.
Is a
From Pound.
quotation? Yes.
Yeah,
from
Pound.
Pound.
Some cook, some do not. Pound has some very funny non-political thoughts like, and of this you may be sure, that war is the destruction of good restaurants.
Saturday, May 27th. After breakfast, Father Death Blues and the discussion on first thought. Eörsi caught by surprise on Ginsburg's camera, recording Howl at the Looking Glass studio, meeting Gregory Corso at the Kettle of Fish, a walk on MacDougall Street. Common pics of Western civilization. Eat more grease.
Pom, 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 pom. It's a big moment in breath. Wow.
Yes.
Do you know Mahagoni well? That's a great
I
opera.
like it very much. Yes.
Maybe it's the best opera of the century, but it's very prophetic too.
Perhaps.
The problem is aggression.
Or we had.
Well, you know the Buddhist alternative.
Yeah. What's it?
The problem is aggression. Begin with yourself. Start with yourself. Clean out your own aggression. That's the one thing you can't control. You might not be able to control others, but you can control your own.
If everyone would make it, that would be a very
No,
good plan.
if a few people would make it, that would be a big advance. Well, the one thing that people can do is begin with themselves. So if they feel there's a problem, start themselves. So the answer lies in that other room, in that sitting pillow, where you sit and meditate. That's where the answer is. And don't try to solve it immediately.
Hey, Father Death, I'm flying home. Hey, poor man, you're all alone. Hey, oh Daddy, I know where I'm going. Father Death, don't cry anymore. Mama's there underneath the floor. Brother Death, please mind the store. Old Auntie Death, don't hide your bones. Old Uncle Death, I hear your groans. Oh, Sister Death, how sweet your moans. Oh, children Death, go breathe your breaths. Sobbing breasts, so ease your deaths. Pain is gone.